Hello, I'm Paul Andrews and welcome to the first in a series of Sunday Strummer. In today's video we'll be looking at the Oasis track Wonderwall. And we're going to basically break it down, we'll look at the chords, we'll look at the rhythms and the different sections, and then we'll basically put it all together. But to start with, we need to put on a capo. So we've got capo on fret 2. Now if you don't have a capo, there's three types of capos you can have. There is this one, which you literally wrap around the neck and strap onto it and pull it tight to clamp down the strings. They're okay, but they're quite cheapy, they loosen up and they're not very good. But if you have nothing else, then they're okay. The next type is this kind of clamping one. You put on the neck and then literally clamp down. Again, that's better, but you do probably have to adjust it to get to also the fitness of the neck, and again, not perfect. These ones are definitely the best ones, are trigger capos that you can just put on and take off. Put on, take off, very easy to use. Kaiser make a great capo. Jim Dunlop, this one is pretty good. They're about 15 to 20 pounds. But if you look on something like eBay, look at something like Amazon, you probably get them for, even just a few pounds, a lot cheaper. So we need a capo, fret 2, and then we're basically ready to go. This song's a bit of a classic, originally from 1995, so it's 20 years old now, but one that gets requested an awful lot. So it's one of those sort of classic ones. It's sort of touted as a beginner song. I'd say it's late beginner, early intermediate. There is quite a tricky strum pattern. There are easy chords. You can keep two fingers rooted. You don't have to move them at all. You just move the other two fingers first, second around that. But it's the strum pattern which really is the killer, which you'll look at later on, and you'll see what I mean. But for the minute, let's zoom in and let's have a look at the chords. Okay, so there's actually only 5 chords to this song. So let's go through them. We've basically got like an E minor, but then we're putting third finger on the B3 and a little finger on the E3. So it's underneath one another. Now these two fingers, the third finger and the fourth finger, can then stay down all the way through the chords. We don't move those at all, it's just the first, second finger that we're going to move around. So once third and finger are down, basically keep them down, try not to move them. So this is our E minor 7 now. So it's E minor, just those two, fingers 1 and 2 down, but with fingers 4 it comes in E minor 7. And that's all 6 strings to strum. So after E minor 7, we're going to take our second finger and move it up to the E string fret 3, so the low E, so the 6th string. And we then have our G. Now some of you may know G as a 3-finger version. All we've done is taken that third finger up and put it on the B string and a little finger underneath it on the E string. And we get our 6th string version. Sounds a little bit fuller, the 6th string version. So we've got E minor 7, G. Next chord, we're going to take that second finger and put it on the G string fret 2. And we have a D sus4. So going from the D string now. D sus4. Then first finger for the next chord, the 4th chord, goes on the D string fret 2, and that's from the A string, and we have an A7 sus4. And that is the 4 chords. That's the intro, the verse. We're going to throw in one more chord for the chorus and the little break that happens between the first and second verses. So just to recap, we've got E minor 7. So just normal E minor, first finger on A2, second finger on D2, third finger on B3, and little finger on E3, and strum all 6. Then taking that second finger, put it on the E string at fret 3, all 6 again for your G. Then second finger on the G2, and strum from the D string for your D sus4, and first finger on your D string, fret 2, going from your A string for your A7 sus4. And there we go, so we've got the E minor 7, G, D sus4, then A7 sus4, and you can start hearing the song there. It's just obviously the rhythm we need to put on there next. And last chord we need to look at is a C add 9, and C add 9 is basically like G, but you're dropping down a string. So your first finger's on D2, and your second finger is on A3, and that goes from the A string down, so just 5 strings for that one. So to recap again, we've got the E minor 7, we've got the G, D sus4, A7 sus4, and the C add 9. Now there are a few other variations which I'll talk about as we kind of go through it, basically around the sections. But this is kind of like a simplified version, kinda, but I'll give you the more advanced version, what he actually does as well, so you can pick and choose. So someone that's just kind of starting out, early beginner can have a play around, but someone that's a bit more advanced wants to try and have a bit more of a challenge, I'll give you some bits for that too. Right, so they're the 5 chords, so the E minor 7, G, D sus4, A7 sus4, and C add 9. So now let's look at the sections. Okay, so we've got the chords. It's time now to start looking at different sections. And the intro is just a four chord loop of 2 bars. And we've got E minor 7 to G in the first bar, D sus4 to A7 sus4 in the second bar. Now you can look at these as an even split. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a really good beginner way of starting out. He does something a little bit more advanced than that, because he changes slightly later. So he goes to G just after 3. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, G. And you can do that on an up. So it's down, 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 up. 1, 2, 3, and the A7 sus4 comes in a bit of an odd place as well. So it's 1, 2, and. So it comes in on the 2 and, not the 3, so a little bit before it. But let's break down a little bit more. So we've got E minor 7 to G again. Down, 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 up. So it's down, 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 up. The first half of the bar. Down, 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 up. Then down, up, down. And on that up you go to the G. So it's down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Is the full bar. I'll do a little PDF with this all on this in the description, so don't worry. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Well, for those that are happy with the counting, 1 and 2 and a 3, E and 4 and a. Then D is down, up, down, down, up, down to the A7. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. 4, 1 E and 2 E. It goes 3 E and a 4 E and a. So it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and a. Put that together and we have a 1 and 2 and a 3 E and 4 and a 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and a. It goes around 4 times for the intro, and then another 4 times for the verse, but only 3 times actually, so the 4th time it changed a little bit. So let's have a look at that change. It does a C add 9, a D7, D sus4, and then the A7 sus4. And that section, still not on the beat, it's just before beat 3, so it's on the 2 E and a. So it's a 1 and 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, then a whole bar of the A7 sus4. A7 sus4 on E. So you could just do it on the beat. You could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically embellish that as you choose to, really. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 4 E. So that's it for the verses. We got the intro, which is basically the verses, say 4 times round. We then come into the first verse 3 times. Then into this little kind of break section, C, D, and the A. And then back around the verse 4 times. Four times around that, the 4th time he doesn't sing, and then we go into the pre-chorus. Okay, so in the pre-chorus we have a C, a D, so C add 9, D sus4, and then the E minor 7. So only 3 chords here. C add 9, D sus4, E minor 7. And it's not too bad rhythmically, it is an even split. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got a whole bar of E minor 7, the split bar is a C add 9 to the D sus4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, get the right chord. 1, 2, 3, not too bad. Again, the strum pattern, we're going to make it a bit more interesting. down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. So basically the same thing. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. And it's repeating that in the next bar as well. So not too mean the pre-chorus, but he doesn't actually play C add 9 and D sus4. Again, it's this kind of beginner version you can start off with. He does a C to D to E minor 7. So if he wants to, you can put that in there. And that's where it gets a bit tricky. He does that basically twice around, the C, D, E minor 7. A third time he starts off with a C, with a D, and then we've got a... And in that bar he does basically changing every beat. So it's a 1 on G, 2 on this little slash F sharp chord, basically D slash F sharp, which I've just put my thumb over the top. You could even just go like that, just playing with first finger on the E2. And then E minor 7 on beat 3, G on beat 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Or so you can hook your thumb if you wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm hooking my thumb, my first finger's then going on G2 to do like a D sus4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then A7 sus4 for a whole 2 bars, I think. So just to recap, your pre-chorus is your C to your D, a split, an even split for those two, and then your E minor 7. Sorry, I keep trying to put an A7 sus4 in there. So D, C, D, E minor 7. Say twice. And third time we've got the C, D, E, F sharp, E, G, A, 2 bars. And there we have it, there's the pre-chorus. And on to the chorus. Okay, so in the chorus we have a 2-bar basically loop. And it's in the first bar, C add 9, E minor 7, second bar is G, back to E minor 7. And the beginner version of this would be just one strum on the beat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Again, just kind of get it going, then you can fill in the gaps with like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When he changes, he's actually changing a little bit later. He changed on the 3E. So it's a 1, 2, and a 3E, and 4, and a 1E. And when he goes to G, it's the 1E, so a little bit after the first beat. Then he goes back to the 3E when he returns to the E minor 7. So we've got 1 and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4. And then that's it for the chorus. E and 4 and when you're going around that, goes around it basically 4 times. On the 4th time, change a little bit. Starts with a C, goes to E minor 7, and does a G, and you just take with your second finger, you strum down from the A. It's basically another little split bar. It's a 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then you got that strum out. Leaves it to ring, then comes back in like that. Just taking those 2 fingers off to this E minor 11. Back to the verse. So we try and put that together with a C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And back to E minor 7. Down the verse. Okay, so we've got the chords, we've got the different sections now. The rhythm might take a little bit of time, you know, it's quite a tricky pattern. Next, just a structure. So let's quickly go through that. And we have the intro and verse. The intro goes around 4 times. Then we go into the verse, which is same pattern. 3 times around that. Then we have the little break. around a verse again, 4 times round. And then we go into the pre-chorus, which was the C, D, E minor 7. 3 times around that one, and on the 3rd time it finishes, well, it starts off with the C and the D, then G, F, E, G, A. And into the chorus, which is the C, E minor 7, G, E minor 7. There we go. And its last time starts with the C, E minor 7, G. Rings out on that E/B, and then you got that. And around for another verse. Again, 4 times around. Then we go into the pre-chorus, then we go back to chorus, and it just loops around the chorus all the way to the end. And there we go, that is Wonderwall. Again, the rhythm is quite tough. Strip it back just to 1 strum, 2 strums, and basically start building it up. If you look in the description, there will be a breakdown of the song, like a rhythm sheet, a strum sheet. And yeah, any questions, do let me know. Make sure you subscribe to get next week's Sunday Strummer. And yeah, thanks for watching.